brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. I'm going to discuss today. I have selected the sutta, a sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. Pali term is Tayo Dhamma Sutta. English translation is incapable, discourse of incapable. This Tayo Dhamma Sutta, Tayo means three, Dhamma means Dhammas, Dhammas. Three Dhammas. 3 plus 10. In that sutta explains 30 Dhammas. 30 Dhammas. And beginning with, because if these three things were not found in the world, the Tathagata, the Arahant, the Samma Sambuddha, or the fully enlightened one, or the perfectly enlightened one, not arise in the world. And Dhamma and Vinaya, his teaching and discipline proclaimed by the Buddha or him, would not shine in the world that way. That means if does not appear a Buddha in the world, nobody can find this Tayo Dhamma or three kinds of Dhammas. And also his teachings not shines in the world. If a Buddha arises or appears in the world, these three Dhammas can find in the world because of the Buddha or the Tathagata or enlightened one, and also his Dhamma and Vinaya shines in the world because of the Buddha. That's why the Buddha explains to the bhikkhus, because if these three things were not found in the world, the Tathagata, the Arahant, the perfectly enlightened one, not arise in the world. And Dhamma and Vinaya proclaimed by him would not shine in the world. Beginning with that. Then the Buddha explained further what are those three things, or what these three things. He explained at the beginning these three things: Jati, Jara, Marana. These three things discovered or found or find the Buddha. Buddha finds these three things when he appears in the world. Jati, Jara and Marana, these three things. And we call these three characteristics of existence. Jati, Jara, Marana. Jati is birth, and Jara, old age or decay. Marana is death. These three things. And this Jati explained in the commentary, birth comprises the entire embryonic process, beginning with conception and ending with parturition. And also another place it explains like this: is springing into existence the manifestation of the 5 groups. I think you know 5 groups. Panchakhanda, 5 kinds of khanda or aggregates. Panchakhanda, 5 groups: Rupa Vedana, Sanya Sankhara Vijnana. Rupa, forms; Vedana, feelings; Sanya, perceptions; Sankhara, mental formations; and Vijnana, consciousness. These 5 groups, manifestation of the 5 groups, the acquiring of their sensitive organs, Chakku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, Vijnana, Kaya, yes, this mana, these 5 sensitive organs, this is called Jati. This is called Jati, or this is called birth, according to the commentary. And like this, jati, the first one, then the jara. Jara is old age or decay, one of the divine messengers. Jara is one of the divine messengers. There are 5 divine messengers according to Devaduta Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. When you read, you can find 5 divine messengers explained in Devaduta Sutta. One of these is a Jara. Jara is one of the divine messengers, old age or decay. And the last one is Marana, death. Again, it explained in the commentary, disappearance of the vital faculty confined to a single lifetime. And another place it explains end of psychophysical life process, conventionally called man or being. That way. The first 3 things, jati, jara, marana. Jati, jara, marana appears or found, the Buddha found these 3 things. Then again Buddha said, without having abandoned these 3 things, without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable abandoning of jati, jara, marana. Without having abandoned these three things, one is incapable of abandoning this jati, jara, marana, birth, decay and death. Then what are those 3 things? Then Buddha explains, lobha, dosa, moha. Lobha, dosa, moha. Without abandoning these 3 things, we can't abandon jati, jara, marana. First we have to abandon these 3 things, lobha, dosa and moha. It's very familiar to us, these 3 things. What we call these 3 things? Lobha, dosa, moha. Lobha, dosa, moha. These are the 3 strongest unwholesome roots. Unwholesome roots. Unwholesome roots. Lobha, dosa and moha. Lobha, lust. Dosa, hatred or ill will. Then the moha, delusion or illusion. These are the unwholesome roots. And when we think these 3 things, Buddha gave similes, 3 similes. And also even you can see the picture of samsara, the middle, you can see the 3 animals are there. What are those 3 animals? Can you remember? 3 animals symbolizes the 3 unwholesome roots. One is rooster, the other one snake, number 3 pig. Yes, pig. Pig, P-I-G. Then the first one, rooster, symbolizes lust. Yes, lust. Lust, greedy. Because early in the morning, since early in the morning till when he goes to sleep, the rooster eating, always eating and eating. Greedy. Then the number 2 is a doha, dosa. Dosa is a hatred, similar to snake, poisonous snake. Then number 3, delusion or illusion, symbolizes to pig. Then when we think about these three things, we are in samsara because of these 3 things. We are in samsara, we are wandering in samsara for a long time becoming and passing away, and yes, for a long time because of these three things, three unwholesome roots, lobha, dosa and moha, and also we collect sankharas, sankhara, mental formations, or sankhara, wholesome and unwholesome deeds we call sankhara. We collect these sankharas because of these three things, lobha, dosa and moha. Then Buddha again says in that sutta, without having abandoned these three things, one is incapable of abandon lobha, dosa and moha. Without having abandoned these three things, one is incapable of abandoning lobha, dosa and moha. Then what these three things? Sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Without abandoning these three things, we can't abandon lobha, dosa and moha. I think you know these three. And sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Then kamaraga, ruparaga, aruparaga, mana, uddacca, vidya. 10, there are 10, what we call 10 fetters, dasa, sanyojana. And the first three sanyojanas are sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca and silabbata, paramasa. Sakkaya ditthi, the first one, the first fetter is sakkaya ditthi, personal view, personal existent view. Personal existent view, sakkaya ditthi. Then number 2 is vicikicca. Vicikicca is doubt. Vicikicca, then silabbata, paramasa, wrong grasp of behavior and observances. Number 3, silabbata, paramasa. And these three, the first three of 10 fetters, sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Now Buddha explained 9 dhammas. 9 dhammas. Sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Then lobha, dosa and moha, jati, jara, marana. Jati, jara, marana. Lobha, dosa, moha. Then sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. That's sutta. Then the yes. Then the number 4, Buddha explained again, without having abandoned these three things, one is incapable of abandoning sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Without abandoning these three things, then one is incapable of abandoning these sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Then the Buddha says, what these three things? Ayoniso manasikara, kummagga sevana, chetaso linattang. It's better. You have to know the Pali terms. Ayoniso manasikara, careless attention. Careless attention. Ayoniso manasikara. We need yoniso manasikara especially when we practice meditation. Yoniso manasikara, careless attention. Then when we practice meditation or when we do day-to-day everything, we need careful attention, yoniso manasikara. Then ayoniso manasikara, careless attention. When we have careless attention, we can't abandon this sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. And also kummagga sevana, following wrong path. When we follow wrong path, we can't abandon those lobha, dosa, moha or sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. We have to follow right path, not wrong path. Then the chetaso linattang, number 3, yes. Chetaso linattang, mental sluggishness. Mental sluggishness. This is similar to sloth and torpor, thina middha, in the pancha nivarana, 5 hindrances, kama chanda, vyapada, thina middha, number 3, 3 and 4. Thina middha, similar to chetaso linattang, mental sluggishness. Then again, Buddha says, without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable of abandoning this ayoniso manasikara, kummagga sevana, chetaso linattang. Without abandoning these 3 things, we can't abandon careless attention, following wrong path, and mental sluggishness. Then what are those 3 things? Then mutta sachang, asampajanya, chetaso vikepang, those 3. Mutta sachang, muddle-mindedness, muddle-mindedness, and asampajanyang, lack of clear comprehension, lack of clear comprehension, and chetaso vikepang, mental distraction, those 3 things. And when we think about the last one, chetaso vikepang, in Satipatthana Sutta explains in the Chitta Anupassana, the first one, Kaya Anupassana, contemplation of the body. Then number 2, Vedana Anupassana, contemplation of feelings. Number 3, Chitta Anupassana, contemplation of mind. In that part or that chapter explain 2 minds. One is Vikitta Chitta, the other one Sankitta Chitta. There are 2 minds explained in that chapter in Satipatthana Sutta. Vikitta Chitta means distraction mind, like this chetaso vikepang. Chetaso vikepang in this sutta translated as mental distraction. And Satipatthana Sutta, the mind called Vikitta Chitta, also the same, mental distraction. And another Chitta explained opposite of that, Sankitta Chitta. The first one, distraction mind, is ordinary mind. Then the Sankitta Chitta, contracted mind, is higher mind. When we practice meditation, that ordinary mind becomes higher mind. Vikitta Chitta becomes Sankitta Chitta. Distracted mind becomes contracted mind. That way, Vikitta Chitta, chetaso vikepang, mental distraction. Then again Buddha explains, without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable of abandoning muddle-mindedness, lack of clear comprehension, and mental distraction. Then what are those 3 things? Buddha explains, Aryanang adassanang kamyata. Aryanang adassanang kamyata, Arya Dhammassa asotu kamyata, and uparamba chittan, those 3 things. The first one, Aryanang adassana kamyata, lack of desire to see the noble persons, lack of desire to see noble persons. Aryanang adassana kamyata, Aryanang, noble ones. Adassana means to see, not to see, not to see, not to see, or not desire to see. Then kamyata is desire. Then the Aryanang adassana kamyata means lack of desire to see noble ones. And Arya Dhammasa asetu kammeta, lack of desire to hear the Dhamma or noble Dhamma. And the number 3 is Uparamba Chittang, a mind bent on criticism. A mind bent on criticism. And those 3 things. Then again Buddha says, without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable of abandoning. Lack of desire to see the noble ones, lack of desire to listen the Dhamma, and a mind bent on criticism. Then what are those 3 things? Uddachang, Asangvarang, and Dusilyang. These 3 things. Uddachang, I think you know this one also. Yes, one of the 5 hindrances, Uddacha, then the other one, Kukucha, goes together, like Tina Midda, Sloth and Torpor goes together, and Uddacha Kukucha also always goes together. Uddacha means restlessness, Kukucha means worry. Uddacha, restlessness, then Asangvarang, non-restraint. Opposite word is Sangvara. This one, restraint. This one, Asangvara. I think last week or last week we discussed Indriya Asangvara, like Kaya Sangvara, Vachi Sangvara, Mano Sangvara. Bodily, verbal, body, verbal and mental restraint. And here, Asangvara means non-restraint. Kaya, Vachi, Mano Asangvara. Bodily, non-restraint, and verbally non-restraint, and mentally non-restraint. That one Asangvara. And the other one, last one, Dusilyang, immorality. Immorality, doing 10 unwholesome deeds. That is Dusila, Dusilyang. Then without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable of abandoning restlessness, non-restraint, and immorality. What are those 3 things? Asadhyang, avadanyutang, kosajjang. Asadhyang is lack of faith. If we have lack of faith, and if we have avadanyutang, uncharitableness, not giving anything to like miserliness. And the other one, kosajjang, laziness. If we have these 3 things, we can't abandon the other 3, like restlessness, non-restraint, and immorality. We can't abandon without abandoning these 3 things. Then the asadhyang, lack of faith, uncharitableness, and laziness, these 3 things. And again, number 9, Buddha explains, without having these 3 things, without having abandoned these 3 things, one is incapable of abandoning those 3 things, lack of faith, uncharitableness, and also laziness. What are those 3 things? Anadariyang, do vachassatang, and papamittang. Anadariyang, disrespect, and do vachassatang, being difficult to correct. Even in Mangala Sutta, we can't find this word. Here, do vachassatang, in that sutta, opposite of that, sova chassata, sova chassata. Kanti cha sova chassata, samananancha dasanam, that way. Sova chassata means can be correct, that person. easily to correct. This one being difficult to correct. Dovachasatang. Then the papamitang, bad friendship, associate with bad friends. If we have these three things, when we associate with bad friends and being difficult to correct and disrespect, we can't abandon the other three things like saddha and charitable and laziness. And the last one, without having abandoned these three things, and one is incapable of abandoning this disrespect, being difficult to correct, and bad friendship. What are those? Finally, Buddha says, what are the three things? Ahirika, anuttappa, and pamada. Ahirika, anuttappa, and pamada. Ahirika, moral shamelessness. Anuttappa, moral recklessness. And pamada, heedlessness. Those are the final three dhammas. Moral shamelessness, moral recklessness, and heedlessness. Then we know hiriyottappa. Hiriyottappa, those two opposite of ahirika and anuttappa. Ahirika, moral shamelessness. Hiri, moral shame. And anuttappa, moral recklessness. Ottappa, moral reckless. And pamada, pamada, heedlessness. Appamada, heedfulness. And these two, hiriyottappa, moral shame and dread or fear, another two words for that, lajja and bhaya. Lajja means shame, bhaya, fear. To do something, we need shame and fear. Especially if we have these two things, two dhammas, we can't kill, we can't steal, we can't tell lies, we can't do bad things if we have moral shame and moral fear. If we don't have, we do wrong things because of these two things. That's why I call these two things loka palaka dhamma, hiri and ottappa or lajja or bhaya, moral shame and moral fear, called loka palaka dhamma. These two dhammas protect the world, called loka palaka dhamma, the protection of the world. Lokapalaka Dhamma. That way Buddha explained these 30 Dhammas in that sutta. Further, Buddha explained again the other way around. One who is morally shame and morally reckless, he is heedless. If someone has these two things, morally shameless and morally reckless, is heedless. He is heedless. And again Buddha says, one who is heedless, then he is incapable of abandoning disrespect, being difficult to correct, and bad friendship. One who has bad friendship, he is incapable of abandoning faith, then the uncharitableness and laziness. One who is lazy, then he is incapable of abandoning restlessness, non-restraint, and immorality. And one who is immoral, he is incapable of abandoning lack of desire to see noble ones, lack of desire to hear the Dhamma, and a mind bent on criticism. And one who has mind bent on criticism, he is incapable of abandoning muddle-mindedness and lack of clear comprehension and mental distraction. One who is mentally distracted, he is incapable of abandoning careless attention, following wrong path, mental sluggishness. And one who is mentally sluggish, he is incapable of abandoning personal existence, doubt and wrong grasp of behavior and observances. Then one who has doubt, he is incapable of abandoning lust, hatred and delusion. Without having abandoning lust, hatred and delusion, one is incapable of abandoning birth, old age and death. Without having abandoned lust, hatred and delusion, then no one can abandon birth, old age and death. That is the way the Buddha explained these 30 Dhammas. First we have to abandon birth, old age and death. These are the three kinds of or three characteristics of existence. Birth, old age and death. When we become as a human being or another animal or another being, then these things happen to us: birth, old age and death for everybody. And abandoning these three things means what? Abandoning these three things, the first three links, jati, jara, marana. Abandoning these three things means we gain enlightenment, nibbana, ajati, amara, ajara and amara. Ajati means no any birth. You know, one stanza in the Ratana Sutta, the last one, Kinang Puranang Navannati Sambhavang Viratta Chitta Aitike Bhavasmi Te Kina Bijavirulu Chanda Nibbanti Dira Yatayam Padipo. It explains the Nibbana. Kinang Puranang, no past sankhara, Navang Nati Sambhavang, no future sankharas, and Viratta Chitta Aitike Bhavasmi. Aitika Bhava means the future birth. Viratta Chitta means detach, the mind detached from future birth. That means no any desire for future birth. Because the enlightened person has no past defilements or karmas, no future karmas, and also no any desire to becoming again. That's why Nibbana is abandoning these three things, jati, jara and marana. To abandon in these three things, we have to abandon lobha, dosa and moha. To abandon those three things, we have to abandon sakkaya ditthi, vicikicca, silabbata, paramasa. Like that way, Buddha explained. Then when we listed these out of 30, 27 out of 30 are defilements. Defilements or kilesas. We have to abandon or eradicate, according to this sutta, 27 defilements or obstacles or impurities. I will say those in brief. 27 defilements or obstacles or impurities. The first one, lust. The second one, hatred. Number 3 is delusion. Then number 4 is personal existence view, doubt, wrong grasp of rituals. And number 7 is careless attention. Number 8 is following wrong path. Number 9 is mental sluggishness. Number 10 is muddle-mindedness. Number 11 is lack of clear comprehension. Number 12 is mental distraction. Number 13 is lack of desire to say noble ones. And number 14, lack of desire to hear noble teaching. And number 15 is a mind bent on criticism. And number 16 is restlessness. Number 17 is non-restraint. Number 18 is immorality. Number 19, lack of faith. Number 20, uncharitableness. Number 21, laziness. 22, disrespect. 23, being difficult to correct. 24, bad friendship. 25, moral shamelessness. Number 26, moral recklessness. Last one, number 27, heedlessness. Those are the things. And at least we have to remember some of them. If you want to read, you can read the sutta. It's very good sutta. Yes. First, Buddha explained sanya, vijnana, panya. Sanya means we have to, the English translation is consciousness. No, perception. Perception, sanya. We have to recognize something. And also, number 2 is panya is vijnana. Vijnana is a knowledge. We have to read or we have to listen, and we need the knowledge about Dhamma. Then we have to practice and get the wisdom of panya. We have to read or listen, and we have to keep something in the mind, and we have to practice. We have to recognize when you practice meditation on the Dhamma, Dhammanupassana, last one, Buddha explained in that sutta, Satipatthana Sutta, we have to at least we have to recognize the hindrances and also even bojjhangas. Then we know this mind is lust, this mind is anger, this mind is like laziness, like that way. And also when we have positive states of mind, we have to recognize also those things like virya, panya, samadhi, and those things. That way. Do you have any questions before terminate? Yeah. There are 3 stages. The defilements divided into 3 stages. Some are like sleeping, and some are just appear, then manifest. Then I think when we born with the karmas or all the defilements, those are like hidden. And when we grow in the society, and also because of the environment, those are appear little by little, and going to a stronger and stronger, like desire. As an infant, they have like a thirst and hungry, all those things. That means respond to heat, cold, like and dislike, and also can't say, but can cry like that way. And when we growing, those are getting stronger and stronger and react badly and strongly. Because like a small child, he can't, he has the anger, appear the anger, but he can't react. That means can't fight with others, not strong enough. And, even he can throw a stone to someone and use bad words. But like 13 or after 20 or 30, the behavior is very different because he has knowledge to use the weapons and many other things. Yeah, that way. And the mind also, the anger also very stronger than the small child. Yes. That's why some kammas you see Buddha explain ahosi kamma. When you do good deeds, wholesome deeds, then the some minor bad kammas disappear, called ahosi kamma. And also, if you do bad deeds, then the minor good deeds or kammas also disappear that way. Yeah. The seeds are inside. No, it's like Sankitta and Vikitta. Vikitta is the normal one, and Sankitta is a higher one, ordinary and higher. Yes, no. Ordinary means we have, as Putujanas or worldly people, we have that one, ordinary. Then the higher one, when we practice meditation, that Vikitta Chitta, like restlessness. Chitta becomes distracted mind becomes contracted. Ordinary mind becomes higher mind. When you read the Satipatthana Sutta, chapter 3, Dhammanupassana, you can yes, you can see it and you can understand what it says. What karma? Yeah. Yeah. No, these are different. Yes. Those are not the Veti Kamma or Garuka Kamma. Like associate with bad friend. That is not the like a Veti Kamma. Some are like this one like a dependent origination, causes and effects. This sutta, yes, like a dependent co-arising. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Hmm.
So if you are in a very good condition, never shown at all, whole life,
does it disappear? That's why I said, if you do good things, the minor bad karmas disappeared. But the Veti karmas, fast life, when you do very strong bad deeds, it still goes with to next life. It's like we call aparapariya karma. Aparapariya karma means is not goes to next life, not only next life, for few lives, like 100, maybe 1,000 lives, you can get the results from that karma. Some karmas, the minor karmas, gives results only this lifetime, then no more. Then some are the results give to this life and next life, and no more. But the strong karmas give results for few lifetimes, not only one, not only two, many lives, suffer for long time. And we heard, or we can read in the commentary, Buddha had some a stomach problem because of his, he has done some bad karma, and headache, and wounded his toe or something like that. And the Venerable Moggallana also beaten by thieves because he killed his parents' previous life. Yeah, that way. More about this one, Anguttara Nikaya, books of 10, that chapter explain tense, everything is tense. And sutta number 76, and sutta called in Pali Tayo Dhamma, T-H-A-Y-O, Tayo means three, Dhamma. English translation is, the Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi translated it. The translation is incapable, incapable sutta. Okay. Yes. Yes, according to Girimananda Sutta, Buddha explained, I can't remember the numbers, like Vata Samuttana Abada, Pitta Samuttana Abada, Sema Samuttana Abada, Utuparinamaja Abada, Opakkamika Abada. One is a Kamma Vipakaja Abada. One of them, is results of bad karma. You got illness or illnesses because of your past karma. Some, not all the diseases or illnesses from bad karma. Some is like utuparinamaja abada. Some illnesses come to us because of seasonal changing, like a cold or flu or something like that. And also some vata samuttana abhaja because of the wind inside, yeah. And pitta samuttana abhaja because of the bile or pitta is a bile, bile of in our body. Bile or boil? Phlegm, the other one, sema samuttana, phlegm, because of the phlegm. Bile. Like a fat or pitta. Next time I will tell you. Oh, you can read the Girimananda Sutta. Then the other one, opakamika abhaja. Some reasons, when we drink alcohol, we get some illnesses. When we smoke, those are not because of the weather or bad environment. We do ourselves like that way. Some are like because of bad karma. Okay. Then thank you for coming, and we collected a lot of merits today, practicing dana, sila and bhavana. You observe 5 precepts. That means practice sila, and we offer offerings to the Buddha, and we practice loving kindness meditation, and also anapanasati bhavana, mindfulness meditation on breathing, and listen to the Dhamma and discuss the Dhamma, doing these things with pure mind, and collected some merits. We can share these merits with our departed relatives and also the devas who watch over us and protect us, we believe. And due to these merits, may no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you always meet with success, peace, happiness, good luck and good health. And finally, may you all attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana one day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sabbe buddha balapatta pacceka yang balang arahang tanam te jena rakhang bandami sabbaso. Sabbe buddha balapatta pacceka yang balang arahang tanam te jena rakhang bandami sabbaso. Sabbe buddha balapatta pacceka yang balang arahang tanam te jena rakhang bandami sabbaso. Next Sunday we have Dhamma day. You can come and join.